morning. Yesterday it was sunny and bright and warm, and today it's cold. It's so cold. I'm supposed to be at yoga right now, but that's not happening. Not right this very second. It's going to happen later in the day. Also taking a hike. I think we're going to freeze our bums off out there. But you got to love Texas. And I say that, but every place that I've ever lived is born and raised in California, lived almost a decade in the Seattle area, and now a little over a decade here in the Dallas area. And FYI, all three locations, the weather changes at the drop of a hat. It's just the way it is. It's just the weather, much like a woman, constantly changing. But that's not what today's topic is, right? Today's topic is definitely not about the weather and the constant change. Today's topic is about codependency in relationships. And it's definitely, the last couple of days I've been talking about neediness in relationships and how neediness restricts our ability to receive love, how neediness restricts our ability to receive basically anything that we're wanting in life. Basic law of attraction principles here, but applied to a relationship and using the word neediness in its place. Well, let's change that word up to codependency now. Okay. As I know, a lot of people believe that they are codependent. Some people think that their partners are codependent. We look at different people and we're like, oh, you're codependent. And the reality is that everybody is codependent in some fashion or form. So you might go, that's a bunch of bullshit, Kendal. Why are you telling us this load of crap on a Sunday morning? Not everybody is codependent. But you are, and so am I. Codependency is where we are dependent on something or someone else to find our joy, our happiness, to feel safe, to feel something that is positive, that makes us, that provides us this like, and now I'm okay. And now I'm okay. I'm okay as long as fill in the blank. Codependency. So often we think codependency coming about, and this is very, very popular now. I'm codependent on my partner because of blah, 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 blah. I can't go do something unless this person does it with me. Okay, that's codependency. If you can't get out there and do something all by yourself, then you're codependent. If you are consistently stuck on, I need this person to handhold on or be there by my side, then that's codependency. If you are dependent on somebody, and if I see this in relationship all the time, and sorry ladies, we're going under the bus here, but women are extremely codependent still today. A lot of women are codependent on their partners for financial, resources. And there's nothing wrong with it, but we have to get frank about it, that there is a codependency there. Where in the reverse in relationship, and we'll just take traditional relationship here, man and woman, okay? Heterosexual relationship. If you're not heterosexual, then fill in partner and partner, okay? Woman and woman, guy and guy, I don't care. I'm speaking heterosexual because that's the way I fly. But it's not this is just two human beings coming together at the end of the day, okay? So we have two people coming together, the feminine of the group. Typically, even in today's society, we see that a lot of women deny their own truth, deny everything. They'll lie about their sex, they'll lie about what they want, they'll lie about what they need. They'll just not speak their truth because they don't want to rock the boat of their financial stability. They don't want to lose their house. They don't want to lose their car. They don't want to have to work more hours. They don't want to be a single mom. They don't, with all good reason. We also live in a world where, $50,000, $60,000 a year does not cover a household's expenses anymore. And it actually takes two people making a decent chunk of change to financially survive in today's world. So codependency is of the financial aspect as well. We are codependent on each other for our feeling of comfort. A lot of people, now this rolls into friendship, this can roll into our parent-child relationships as well. For me personally, as I always share personal, right? For me personally, I spent the first 40 years of my life with a very codependent mother. It wasn't until she developed drastically dementia and ended up having to go into a home that I've actually been able to experience freedom without my mommy attached to my hip in some fashion or form. And Katie, I know that there's a lot of that out there where there's a lot of very strong, independent people that have codependent parents. And I can remember from a very young age, my mother, if I did something, she would want to do it with me. I remember that, when I was 17, 18 years old, I looked out because my mom had a clothing store. And when I worked at the clothing store, and I did, window displays, and I worked on sales, and I helped her purchase clothes. I would go to all the buying events in Vegas and in LA and all these different things. And I would help other store owners with different things. And I remember that there came a time when I was just done working at my mom's store. I was sick of it. I was tired of that. I wanted my freedom. I wanted my independence. I wanted to know what life was like without mom right there by my side holding my hand. So I went out and I started looking for different jobs, and I took a completely different route. I went down a financial service route, and I found myself doing an interview for a company which is now part of Travelers Group. And I sat down and I did this interview process, and I went through everything, and I got hired. And I went down this financial service route, and I started to, study for the life insurance tests and the securities and mutual funds testing and all of that. And I was doing that. And lo and behold, my mom decided maybe 2 weeks into me doing study, she decided that she was going to sell her store, and she wanted to do this too. So there I was with my mom now going through all the same classes as me. She, of course, came in, did an interview, got hired as well, and I found myself going through financial service training with her to the point that I decided I don't want to do this anymore because my mom's right here by my side. This was my moment of me being able to find me being me, and me exploring life as a young woman, not with mom right next to me. That's codependency. Like, she gave up her store because she was now running the store by herself and didn't have me by her side. She turned around, gave up her store, and went down a completely different route of life just so that she could be there with me, so she could go to the training meetings, so she could go through presentations, so she could do all the stuff that I was doing. And I remember, even going back further, there was so many different things that if I did it, then she would quickly be right there with me. And that really caused a lot of irritation in my relationship with my mother. It also made me feel like I didn't have a mother, and that I couldn't go to her because she was dependent on me for her safety. She was dependent on me for her comfort. It was all about, yes, she put me on this pedestal, which could have its really fun moments, but at the end of the day, I didn't want to be on the pedestal. I wanted to be able to live an independent life and have my mom live her independent life. Sadly, it took dementia for that to happen. And it was a humongous curve there where we had to go through that transition. But here's the thing. We have this in all different kinds of relationships, and we really are codependent at different levels. I bring this to the table because I have a lot of clients that really have codependency at the forefront of their mind right now, and they look at their worlds, and I have one partner saying, well, we built this business on my back, on my skill. I was the one that was pushed through when times got tough. And then I hear on the other side, no, I was the one that did this, I was the one that did that, she couldn't have survived without me, blah 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 blah. And the reality is that there's difference between being a team and being codependent on each other. Okay, as when we are in a couplehood, or when we are in a friendship, or even, like I described, mother-daughter relationship, there is a team energy, which is where we are comrades. We have a direction that we are going, a common path, and we're working together for the best interest of each and for everything involved, right? Not, I need you to take a step so that I can take a step. I need you to, get out there and flap your wings so that I can flap my wings. I need you by my side to witness me flapping my wings. I need you by my side so that I can do this or so that I can do that. That is codependency. If you feel that you are constricting yourself, that you are literally preventing your own growth, your own individuality, because you can't do something because any person out there in your life is not by your side, then get real with the fact that you're a little codependent. You're just a little codependent. And that's not healthy for the relationship. Codependency is just another word for extreme neediness, okay? Extreme neediness is going to cause, like I was talking about a couple days ago, it's going to cause restriction to your ability to receive love, to your ability to receive connection, to your ability to receive, intimacy. It's just going to completely make it where you cannot connect with somebody else because it causes this ruffle of bitterness in the relationship. Resentment starts to build when we are overly needy. Not to mention, we're never going to really strengthen the relationship from a space of a neediness. I mean, think of it. If you take it from like with little children, if you got this little child and they're just really, really needing something and they're like, hey, I'm going to use the mommy thing here. Mom, this, and you're trying to get something done and our mom, what happens? This is an innocent little moment that every child does and every parent goes through. But when that child is going, mom, and you're trying to get something done, anxiety builds up inside of you. Frustration, you get a lot more short fused, and you're a lot more likely to lean into your ego and snap out at your child, even though they're really being innocent. It's not like they're doing anything big, right? They're just going, mom, and then you go, what? And they're like, can you come over here and watch me play with this? And you're like, right? Like, oh, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to have this space right here. No, I cannot. Now, we try to teach our children that they can do things by themselves. We try to, go, no, you can play right here. I'm in the same room. You try to create this safe space of that you're safe, but still to teach them that they can do something on their own. Codependency is based on this exact same thing, where we feel like we cannot do something unless we have somebody right there. Unfortunately, most of the time that means we can't do big things in our life. We restrict our own abundance flow when we step into codependency. We restrict our own ability, our own expansion in who we are. We don't even really fully know ourselves as long as we are being codependent. We only know the sensation that we get from when we get the interaction that we are desiring, that we feel that we need in order to be happy, in order to be safe, in order to, be confident, in order to be whatever that the word is there. And if we're really truly doing that, then just think about it. You don't really know yourself. You're basing everything is hindering on the reaction of an outside party. And as long as you're living your life based on the outside reaction of another party, then you never get the opportunity to truly find out your strength, to truly find out your heart, to really even be able to clearly see your path and know what direction you're going. Because you don't know yourself, because you're basing everything you do on this outside party. And when you're doing that, now you're not really truly living authentically, are you? There's no integrity in that, because you're probably able to waver any direction based on, oh, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that this gets met right here. This perceived need that I have gets met, and I will do whatever it takes to make sure that that gets met. That's codependency. Codependency at its finest right there, because we're reacting based on what we are trying to get from somebody else. We are not able to move forward from a place of strength without this extra on our side. So we're constantly leaning in on somebody else to lead us, to guide us, to make us feel safe, to make us feel loved. And we have this void inside of ourselves, which nobody can fix except for us, okay? Nobody can fix that void except for us. And if you're looking for love and you're looking for love outside of yourself, then you're always going to have a feeling of not fully being able to capture it, not fully being able to feel it, not fully, always thinking, am I lovable? Am I lovable? If you got that question of, am I lovable in your head going around, if you feel like, hey, maybe I suck here, I'm not this, if you got those lack of worthiness issues around relationship, around love, around intimacy, around that kind of stuff, then guess what? It's your own void that is causing it. And you're trying to probably gain the feeling of the void not being there, gain your fulfillment from outside sources. And as long as you're doing that, you're being codependent. So I ask you today, where are you being codependent? Like I said, we all do it, self-included. We're all codependent in different ways. It comes up at different times, okay? So let's get right with that little fact right there. We all suffer from codependency at different points in our life. Sometimes it's more so than others, and sometimes we're just freaking codependent, and that's just because we have a lot of healing to do. So how much clinging are we actually doing? I want you to look at that in your life today. I want you to go, where am I really clinging? What relationship am I the most clingy to? What relationship do I look at and I go, oh, I really need this relationship to be able to do boom, 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 right? What are why do I need that relationship? How is that relationship really truly serving me? How's it actually holding me back? Because if I'm so codependent on this relationship to get some things done, this is the only way that I feel confident. This is the only way I feel lovable. This is the only way I feel like I can move forward. This is the only way I feel safe. Okay? If that is the case in any given relationship, I want you to really truly examine that and go, how much growth am I actually preventing myself from right now? Because I'm preventing myself from a massive amount of growth, a massive amount of personal, strength, empowerment, joy, abundance. I am preventing myself from really truly receiving because I'm so damn codependent on this outside source for these needs that I have. I feel like I can't act on them. What relationship is that? Now, just find one. Don't try to tackle 10 if you got 10. I want you just to find one, the most dominant relationship that you have like this, okay? That dominant relationship, then I want you to go, okay, what are the things that this relationship really offers me, that I feel like it really gives me? Okay, so these are the things that why we are codependent. Well, this relationship makes me feel confident. This relationship makes me feel safe. This relationship makes me feel loved. All right, so all of those positives. Now, if this relationship was stripped from me for whatever given reason, this person moved, this person passed away, this person told me to F off and never talk to them again, whatever, how would I feel? How would I feel about that? I want you to bring yourself to that emotion and allow yourself to actually sink into feeling the, oh, fuck, that's going to come from that point of like, here's the void. Like, oh man, I feel it right there, right at my sternum. I feel this emptiness. I feel this pain. I feel this panic because there's been a separation there. Okay. So I want you to allow yourself to feel that. Now realize that that's not your truth. Your truth is that you're already fulfilled. Your truth is that you are abundant. Your truth is that you are worthy. Your truth is that you are lovable. That's who you really truly are. That's what your soul is trying to say. And what you are receiving right there in that horrific feeling of a void in your sternum or wherever it lands in your physical body that I want you really truly to tap into is how out of alignment to your personal power you really truly are, to your soul. Okay? Because your soul is not codependent. Your soul knows that you are fucking amazing. Your soul gets that. This feeling that you have is the feeling of separation from soul, not the feeling of separation from this other person if they told you to F off tomorrow. Okay? That's not what the separation issue is. The separation is that you are out of alignment with your soul. And where that hits you, that's like, oh, well, let's get right with that. Now, how do we go about tapping into a little bit more personal strength in that? Well, I'll tell you right after I sip a cold coffee now. Step 1 is, and this is the big step, to really fully grasp that the magic happens outside of the comfort zone. The magic happens outside of this comfort zone. It means that you've got to be proactive, and you've got to take the first step to not retreating and pulling away from this relationship. No. But not needing the relationship in that capacity anymore. This means that you've got to go and venture out on your own. You've got to push your own boundaries. If you're sitting around and, twiddling your thumbs, waiting for this other person to lead you in any fashion or to tell you that you can in any way, then it's high time that you start telling yourself that you can. And you look out there into the world and you say, what is it that really freaking terrifies me that I don't want to do by myself? That I feel like I need this person to hold my hand on. I need this person by my side. And I'm actually planning a private trip this summer off to St. John, where I'm going to just go away for like 10 days all by myself. Nobody with me. I've got a book that I'm working on that I want to finish. I need some just private time. And there's beautiful, beautiful adventures and witnessings and growth that happens when we travel alone or when we go and do different things all by ourselves. Now, for some people, that's really easy. For other people's, traveling alone is the scariest freaking thing on the planet. Maybe that's not maybe that's too big of a fish to fry in your world right now. So, but if it's not, take it on. If you're like, a weekend trip away, I don't have to get on a plane and go anywhere, but maybe I just need to take a weekend away from out of my comfort zone, away from my house, away from this, haven that I have in this. And maybe I need to just go on a 3-day drive someplace, see where I land, explore all by myself, and just breathe in those feelings that come up and show to myself that I can do this. If it's something that you're really needing to push through in work or something, then go do it. If it's something that you are like, I can't go do that with anybody else. Sometimes it's small little things. I have clients that come into me and they go, I could never go eat alone. I could never eat alone. Well, then this is what you need to do. If you're one of those people, I can't go to the bar and have a drink all by myself. That's just weird. That's just awkward. I can't go and sit down at dinner at a nice restaurant and just eat a meal all by myself. What are others going to think? I'm going to feel so insecure. It's horrible to eat by myself out, blah, 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 blah. If that's that feeling that you have, then you need to treat yourself to a dinner out. You need to treat yourself to a drink out. And you need to go out there and actually push yourself to make eye contact with other people, to smile, and to know that you are safe in who you are, engaging with other human beings, okay? Because what we end up doing in codependency is believe that we're not safe to engage with life or with other human beings without our, little safety zone right here, this other person that is with us. And it's a load of crap. It is. You're safe. You can do this. You can do this. You can, but you've got to make the steps. You've got to take those steps to actually knowing that you're safe, to knowing that you are worthy, to knowing that you are lovable, to knowing that you can engage with life and with other humans without this other being, this outside source. They are holding your hand through it. If you get this and you go and you do it, I promise you this, that what you're going to gain from it is beautiful strength, beautiful empowerment. You are going to find yourself. If you're one of those lost souls out there that just goes, yeah, my life is great, but I just don't feel like and you don't really know yourself. You're searching. You're on a searching mission for who you are. Well, here you go. This is the steps to really, truly discovering yourself. It takes courage to really find yourself. It takes a desire to want to know who you really, truly are. And if you are wanting abundance in any subject of your life, and all subjects of your life, to really flow in ease and grace, well, this is the way you get it. You got to get to who you are. You've got to get to that alignment of who you are. And you're never going to do it as long as you've got your little red wagon hooked up to somebody else. So take today to really look at your relationships, find the dominant one that you are codependent in, and look at what the feelings are that this relationship brings to you. What are those needs that are getting fulfilled by this? And what would it feel like if this person told you to F off and never talk to them again, come tomorrow? And let yourself feel that. And then find the things that you need to do to push through and find those needs fulfilled within inside yourself. All right, local events. I've got the oral intimacies class coming up for all you local peeps. We also have a beautiful integration puja that is coming up at the end of the month. All of this is at the end of the month. I'll make sure the links come. My ninja is in yoga. I did not make it to yoga, so one of us will make sure that that the links come up in the comment section. But we do have a beautiful integration puja coming up at the end of the month, which is so freaking powerful. This moves mountains. It is a small group event held in Plano, Texas. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you can make it to that, click on the link as soon as it comes up in the comment section. If you are interested in more of the sexual arena of some of the stuff that I teach and how to build independency and love and trust and connection and energetic flow and all of that in your sex, well, we've got a beautiful oral intimacies class coming up on the 28th of March here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I will make sure that comments in the comment section that you get the link to that as well. Outside of that, I've got some beautiful stuff that is getting developed. It will all come out as we go. I've got some beautiful global classes coming up and some group coaching on the vagus nerve that will be coming out. So this is really, really powerful stuff. I can tell you the vagus nerve is an amazing place of just, it is phenomenal. I could go on for another talk just on vagus nerve here. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. Just let me tell you, I've got a 5-week group coaching class coming out that will be taught here on Facebook Live. It's going to be powerful. If you've got anxiety issues, if you've got depression issues, if you've got lack of sensitivity, your sex isn't all that great, you're just really not feeling a lot of connection in life and everything, well, it might be a vagus nerve issue, okay? And if you want to know a little bit more about that and get on the pre-registration list, definitely message me here in the comments, private message me, email, text, whatever works for you. You get that contact, because this will be a beautiful group to help you overcome anxiety, to teach you about different ways that your body works and and how that impacts your sex, how that impacts your emotions, and everything that you need to know about the vagus nerve. And this is going to be some home study skills that you can do for yourself, so you don't have to go out to a practitioner, you don't have to get a partner to stimulate the vagus nerve and to do some healing work around it. This is stuff that you do yourself. Big time, powerful, deep work on this. So look for that in the comment section to come out, little links on that. And of course, let me see, anything else? Nope, that's about it. Okay, I am off and running on this beautiful but cold Sunday morning. I love you guys. I will catch you tomorrow with another Conscious Coffee, another topic of who knows what tomorrow brings, right? And as always, stop existing, start living. Know that you are worthy. Know that you can do this. You really, truly can. You've got this. You are phenomenal. You've just got to step in to your path with confidence and know that everything that you need will form as you choose to move forward in faith. I love you guys. I will catch you tomorrow.